My name is Serge Zmaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprint or Expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos. Guys, welcome to another day with Zamalata. I'm here with Benny. We had plenty to eat. But you know what, guys? We want to share some expediting experience with you guys. It is cold right now. And let's, I guess, share some ideas between each other. Like, what are you doing to stay warm in the winter? And Benny's going to show me what is he doing. And obviously you can see he's got some insulation down in his van. Very nice and lit in here. Guys, actually, I could use some of these lighting. Like, when these lights were on in the daytime, I could tell that they're bright, but they are bright. I gotta install some of these lights in mine. Like, wow, like they're actually bright. But guys, let's show you his bed and his unit for heating. And I'm gonna actually show you mine, kind of like what I'm doing. I've been getting a lot of questions like, can you show me like your bed and stuff? And I know it seems like, I think for many people, like bed, not a big deal, you know, but I guess it is. If you don't have one that's built, maybe you want to get an idea. Do you want to get a fold down bed? Do you want to have one in front? But let's focus on the heaters. Benny's going to explain what he did because this is a gas Ford Transit. And it's a gas one, but he's got a diesel heater. So take it away. Anyways, guys, you can see his heater. Benny, what kind did you get? What is the name of it?
This is I'm not sure what's the brand of it, but it's a Russian or Ukrainian brand or something.
Webasto?
It's possible.
Webasto,
it says on it. Maybe if we can get a closer picture with it, you might be able to do it. This is a 12 volts diesel heater. Mm-hmm. This is a fuel tank it says actually in Russian, so you might be able to.
What?
You might be able to
Russian?
To read it.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
It is Russian.
No.
Сделано в России. Бак топлива 13 литров. That is interesting. Where'd you get a Russian fuel tank?
From a friend of mine, a Ukrainian friend of mine.
What? That
and
is
then
interesting.
This is how I build the support. That way it will be a lot stable.
So you use some pressure treated 2x4s, I see.
Yes. And then we have a line coming out of it.
Okay.
Out of the tank, and then goes all the way to the pump. That's a 12 volt pump.
So then, here's the pump.
And then from the pump goes to the heater. And heater underneath has an exhaust line and has a oxygen air line. So that's drilled to the floor. And then goes underneath the seat. Where's my battery at? And then I have the thermostat, which is located up there. So if you can go closer right there.
Thermostat's here?
This is the thermostat.
Oh, okay.
And then you can put them on Celsius. And you can put them on, this is how it works. You can go up and down with the temperature on Celsius. Mm-hmm. And once you have it on, it will go automatically. So you don't have to
Really?
use...
So you just put it here, that's it?
Yeah, and if it's getting too hot, it will shut off automatically.
Wow.
That's what I located myself. So you don't have to use...
this is creative. I really like what you did. You definitely made it.
And this is where the heater comes, where the heat comes out of it. Let me try to see if I can cut them on.
I bet it gets really nice and cozy in here. I'm really interested in the way you made this line work. Definitely interesting. So this is a thermostat, yeah?
No, that's actually is the pump.
Oh, the pump.
One pulls the diesel.
Oh, this is the pump?
Yeah, that's the pump. The little one is the pump. The one pulls the diesel out of it. So when I cut down the thermostat, the pump sucks the diesel into the pump with a specific timing. And then over here you can regulate your time.
So you put in the temperature right now?
I'm trying to start it. See, you can start it as a dots.
Yeah.
You say you don't have to have. So if it's maximum or minimum, so you can put it whatever how hot you want to have it. So you can change it from Celsius to those dots, and I'm trying to cut them on. I'm not always getting that where it's supposed to be. And here it has two lines. This line, if the line is up, will go on only on a vent from outside. So the heater will go on a vent, but you can feel the heat. If it's the line down, you have to push it twice.
I could actually start hearing the
that's-
fan.
Yeah, that's coming from only the air outside.
So it stops.
So this is not gonna, if it's a nice weather, it's hot in here, you just turn on and ventilates the vent.
I really like that you installed this type of line here. It looks like a typical dryer type of line. Is this from a dryer?
No, this is actually came with a package.
Oh, okay.
So they sent it in a package like this, and I just put them on. So that's it's
So you
kinda-
routed it to where
yeah,
you want
it looks like a dryer, but it's I think this
It's
is
a little bit
2
thinner.
inches,
A little bit thinner.
and the dryer is 3 or 4
Yeah,
inches. Yeah, depends.
Benny, was it difficult to connect the tank
It's
to the
not
fuel?
difficult.
How did you do that? Because
Yeah, it's not difficult.
there
It's
was
very,
no hole at the bottom, or was there?
Well, I drill through the board. I drill a hole, and then I put the line. This is a plastic diesel line or fuel line from Auto Parts. Any Auto Parts sell
You
this.
actually bought that line separately?
Yeah, this I got it from Auto Parts because
the little
yeah,
short
the little
fitting.
short fitting from here to here, and then from here to the pump, all the way through there. So this is another line, the diesel line. The one goes into the.
Did you have to buy this all these lines separate?
Yeah, this cost me maybe $3-4
What
for the
about the
entire
pump?
line.
Did the pump?
The pump came with this, and that. So the heater pump, this, and the thermostat came with it.
Did you have to drill a hole in this tank?
I did not drill a hole in the tank. I drill it has 3 holes in here.
Okay.
I drill into the treated 2x4.
So over here,
As you see.
towards the bottom in this fuel tank, there was already a hole there. Was it a
Uh,
hole or is it like a
it is
nozzle?
it's a hole with a thread in it right here on this
Oh, so
part.
there was a hole with a thread.
and
That's it.
it has a metallic connection. You just have to put
Okay, so they put a metallic connection
yes,
there. Okay.
or plastic connection, whatever you want to have it, and you just put it in.
So Benny, if you just got a diesel fuel tank, you don't want to add one of these.
And
Do you need to drill into your normal diesel tank or
no,
use
you run the line, so you get your longer line, and you can put this one a little forward, close to the pump, and you can drill as you drill the air line, the one, the exhaust line, the one goes underneath. You drill it underneath and try to get it connected to the fuel lines, which you can use a T, or you can use something connection to.
I think my
connect.
Sprinter has a T. There's already one that's
Yes.
closed off. You could
It's-
probably
You
tap
just
into that.
type it in and then put one of those
very simple.
clamps on it, and seal it out. That way it won't get loose, and it's good.
Did you know my van originally had a heater installed? I asked the owner not to remove it. I said, I'll pay you extra. He still removed it.
Okay, now the heater is on.
It's
you can,
on?
You
Okay.
can feel the heat out of it,
Oh, this is good.
and then
This is nice.
now it's 20 degrees. Let me put it all the way up to see how hot it's going. So the hottest goes is 30 degrees Celsius.
Oh, this is quality heat right here. This is good.
It's guaranteed, no problem breathing, and you're not gonna get
No, that doesn't smell. No diesel in
doesn't
here.
smell,
Nothing.
No diesel. You can put your
Even though there's a diesel tank here, there's no diesel smell. I don't smell anything.
yeah. So as you see, it's coming hit out of here. I
This
don't have
is
the-
unique, Benny, because I never seen anybody in a gas van that uses a diesel heater.
And this one in the most coldest time, I use it a full tank. See, these guys, I've been having this diesel for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was in Michigan where it was pretty cold. I had 20 degrees, so this was running whole night. And then I have this.
This is
curtain.
whole night and it's still full.
No, this is 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And you only used a little bit of diesel.
Nothing. And then I'm using this curtain
nothing.
because I don't have to heat up all the vents.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
I'm using this, and the heater only stays in here.
So guys, this is another smart idea because this is just like a what? Like a shower?
One of those
shower
bars,
things?
Yeah.
Yeah, very smart. And then you can just put like, oh, so this is like a shower curtain.
This is like a shower curtain, and you have the
It
plastic
doesn't
from
look
inside.
like a shower curtain though. It
But
looks
this I
really
like
cool.
the camouflage.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking. And see the way I hook it up. If you're looking
Yeah.
right here, it won't go anywhere else. See, it's not gonna go to the right and when you turn left and right. So you just have to unhook it. And on both
this
sides
is a
the
good
same.
idea. This is not expensive, and it works.
Yes. This cost. This I got it from somebody as a second hand. So the guy had it for a couple of years, maybe 2 years, and I have it for 2 years. So this is about 4 years old. When the guy installed it, cost him around $1,000. But if you can get it online from somewhere.
I've seen it for like under $200.
$500.
I actually have some links I could actually share with this one from, well, they're eBay links. I'm gonna have to see if I could find, you know, some Amazon links.
The guys will charge you about $300 to $500 to install it, but you can do it yourself.
This
It's
is easy
really
installation.
It's-
So where's your battery again?
My battery, like most
So
of
you
the
said it's where the
sprinters,
seat is.
It's right underneath the seat. My
So it's
battery.
under the seat?
Underneath the seat, like
You installed it
Sprinter
there?
has, yes. No, that's an original factory.
Oh, your factory is
Yeah,
under.
that's- yeah,
so you
that's-
connect it to the factory
yeah,
battery.
it just has a
So
plug.
it's under the driver's seat?
Yeah, under the driver's seat.
Because the Sprinter battery is under the driver floor in the new Sprinters.
Yeah, that's under the driver's
But
seat.
the passenger seat and the Sprinters, you can install the battery. I think that's actually where I'm
This-
gonna put
it
mine.
it might has option on passengers, but I never look at it, so it's possible to be a possibility to be a second battery, but I never need it. So I can run my entire heater for a full night for 24 hours without starting the van. So it's not gonna
Wow.
kill my batteries.
Really?
Yeah, it's not gonna
For
kill.
two nights?
For 24 hours.
For 24 hours?
It's not gonna kill.
It's not gonna kill
no, I try it. This is my experience. But when it's
You
very,
probably have
very-
like a good platinum battery, right? Or
it's original
gold?
battery on it, so I'm.
do you know what kind of brand?
I'm probably Ford Motorcraft, probably.
Probably Motorcraft, yeah.
But look, now you can feel the hit. I mean,
Benny, what is this?
Man, this is I just put it on to not come off.
Oh, okay, so this
I
is
just
like-
sealed a little bit.
I really like it. You completely sealed it off, and you actually use this special. It's like a, what is it called?
That's
Like
duct tape for AC. You
Yeah.
can get it from.
I actually
Walmart.
used that stuff before. When I had a 2007 Sprinter, I did the exactly the same thing, except I used 2-inch insulation on my wall, same type. But I first put it in the windows, then I used flat panels to put it over top of that. Is that how you did it, Benny?
I did not put a flat panel. This is straight on the original platform inside.
Oh, so you put it on the original plastic?
It's just
Really?
I had it on and I put a tape on and it stays on it. It came up here. I found this the other day because I wanted to seal the.
What, this
the-
here?
Yeah, those plastic cover didn't came with it, and I want to seal my this.
Oh, so
part.
you actually bought them?
Yeah, I bought it from used from somebody. Just,
Wow.
They gave it to me. They give it to me away. So I just want to put it on.
I've never seen actually these type of
And
things.
what I have to do, I just have to put underneath the board, so it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna take me about half hour job.
So Benny, did you install this floor here?
I did. Actually,
What was
yes.
What was before the floor?
It's just
metal?
original
Metal?
Metal.
Metal.
It's the same as you see over there by your shoes.
So your bed, can you take load? I could tell that this is somehow folding. This
Yes,
bed,
this
yeah?
bed is folding, and it has boards. Each board
Oh
is
wow! I
individual.
like your idea.
and
It's like 2x6s.
It's kind of 1 inch or.
So you just take it apart, put it on the side
Take it
somewhere.
apart, put them on the side, or you can flip.
Benny,
it
good
over.
idea. This is
You
like
can flip it up.
really
it stays
good.
right here, and then if
so you
ever
could
put-
flip the bed over there.
Yeah. I
Oh, the
can-
mattress. The mattress.
I can flip it, staying up like this, and then I can put.
I really like
pallets.
how you got a lot of storage back there. That's
Yeah,
actually
this
really
van has a
cool.
lot of storage. And,
You can put a phone there
yes.
if you're sleeping.
And then I can get the boards and put them sideways, and I can put.
Mm-hmm. What about
1,
this 2x4?
2,
Can you
3.
take it out of the way, or that's permanent?
This 2x, what I'm doing, I find
You're gonna
the
try to block it,
2x4,
yeah.
And then sometimes the pallet, my van dimensions from here to there is 54 inches, which is
Oh, that's
bigger
really
than
good.
most of the springs.
Usually 53 inches for the newer
And
style
then
splitters.
some of the loads is shorter, and I put this one right here.
keep
after
it from
I load
moving?
up, and I don't want to have
Yeah.
the sliding, so I'm just doing for sliding.
So before this plywood floor, it had metal floor?
yeah, the original, the factory.
Really? Sprinters, they come with a plywood floor.
Do they?
Yes, they do. They
Yeah.
do.
I did a mistake. What I did over here, guys, I'm just gonna show it to y'all. My buddy told me to cut because it was my first time when I did it. He told me to cut it all the way here, or at least to cut another piece over here and put on top. and make sure you drill a hole for your spare.
Well, yeah, because
if
you have
you
to
cover
take
it,
it out, yeah.
if you cover it, you're not gonna be able to do the spare tires in case you have any flat. So make sure you only do a hole as big as this. You don't have to do as big as this.
Yeah.
And when you screw this stuff in the board, do not screw it on this side. All the time screw it on this side. Do not screw it on
Why not over here?
Because it's gonna be a gap, and when you step on it, it's gonna be a play off. So you're gonna
Wow.
play. So when you screw in this, because the board already sets, I'm gonna show you this. When the board sets on it, it's stable on this, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
board
yeah.
is not stable on this.
That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, guys, that's what it is. And
Well, this is a really good setup. I really like it. It makes a lot of sense. So I see you got a gas can over there. Is it gas or is it diesel?
I have a gas can in case I need any gas if I'm in a situation where I'm not close to a gas station or the gas is really high and I have to go. That gas can runs me 100 miles. Is 5 gallons.
That's 5 gallons, 100 miles.
And-
So 20 miles per gallon van?
I say 18 or 17, depends
That's still really
how
good.
bad is the wind
Because
going.
diesel's way more expensive.
And I
These
wanna-
lights are just amazing. They're like super bright. Baby,
Yes.
this come originally?
This is original from the factory, but I really like these lights. Even if you keep the door open for
This is
15
bright in here.
minutes. Yes,
If I could have these lights in my van, I like in my like interior, like this would be so awesome.
it's really good.
And you have like
Doesn't bother
what?
your eyes.
4? Just 4? This is-
6. I got 6, but
But
I
you cover them.
camouflage too.
Yeah, you cover them.
I camouflate too because I don't want to have them in my.
But these 4 are like, I can't believe how much light they're providing.
Yeah.
There's actually three LEDs inside, but they are
bright.
powerful.
If you want to verify this again to see if it's hot enough.
I actually need like a temperature gun. This is
Do you have a temperature
guys.
gun?
You know, like a good comparison. If you stand in front of the actual exhaust, that's how hot it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like this could burn you if you keep it long enough.
You don't have to.
You could boil an egg on it.
Yeah, it's hot.
Wow.
And it's very safe. If we talk about monoxide, worry about if
Yeah,
you
because
get
exhaust gases they're
suffocated.
skipped, and this is only just fresh air.
It's really good and shuts off by itself, and you can do.
I think I actually need to install something like this. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about putting
For diesel
battery.
Sprinter, I suggest this one 100%. It's an awesome deal. So
well, yes, it is.
If I install it for a gasoline, why should not work for a diesel?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, you don't need to do an extra
Once you
thing.
install it and you hook it up straight to the diesel tank fuel,
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna need this.
Exactly.
So you not have to worry about putting diesel and using.
How do you put diesel inside of here? Do you drag the holes all the way inside?
I open the door.
Oh,
and
from the
then-
sliding door?
Yeah, I park sideways and I open the door and the pump reach all the way to the canister.
Okay, guys.
Um,
Benny has showed all his stuff, very cool stuff. Now let's go watch my boring Sprinter. But you guys asked to see what kind of bed I have and stuff like that. I don't have no amenities. This is actually considered like a hotel, 3-star hotel.
I call it 5.
5-star. Mine is like not even a star. You know, basically you get in a sleeping bag and hopefully you're not gonna be cold. That's my situation. But I do have a fold-down bed that folds onto the wall. So if you want to maybe do something like that, that might be a pretty good idea for you to see what I did. So let's go see mine.
He was asking me how to share with you guys how much I pay for it. I pay $550 because the guy who had it, something happened and had a rack, and he just unhooked it and he said, I'm gonna save it for the next Sprinter. And he goes, well, I'm gonna do construction. I said, well, don't you want to sell it to me? He goes, okay, give me $550. And the guy paid actually over $900 for
What
installation.
kind of van
but
did he have?
he had a Sprinter van, but the reason was the company, whatever he bought it, installed it for him. So it took him like a couple $100, $400 to install it. So that's
A couple $100 they charge him to install it.
yes, $300-400 to install it because that was 500, but 400
Benny.
is 900.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I think,
Sure.
guys, you will agree that this has been actually a pretty good show here. I don't think I've seen a single system that you could actually see what they did. So if you guys were like questioning like where all these lines go, where the fuel pump goes, where the gas, like you're seeing all this here because normally it's all hidden underneath the van, and trying to show it to somebody with a flashlight with everything else going on, it's really hard to tell what's going on. So I'm really glad Benny has it set up like this, so we're actually seeing. If you're seeing this for the first time, you're seeing exactly how it works. Because guys, I actually never seen it connected before. I had an idea that that's how you do it, but I actually never connected it, so I would need to figure out. But now that I've seen it, I'm confident enough that I could install this myself pretty easy. Because you did it yourself,
yes,
right?
Yes, I did, and I want to mention one thing before we end up this video. This installation is good for an 18-wheeler, for a tractor cab. So if you have an 18-wheeler tractor cab and you don't have a heater inside, and you don't want to let your engine run overnight, overheating or whatever, you can have this installed in your 18-wheeler and just set them up straight to the fuel line, and then you're gonna have heater inside, controlled by the thermostat, and you're gonna be happy because this is gonna heat you up. So it's a really good set and a really good buy. So,
Benny, what's the BTU? Do you know?
I'm not sure what's the BTU. I don't remember, but it should. We're gonna try to see on the box on top of the heater burner.
I guess let's.
I'm gonna
try to get you guys a closer look before we go in my van. I'm gonna zoom in and see what kind of BTU it is. I think with any BTU, for a small van like this, it's fine.
I know for sure it has 5 kilowatts, but I'm not sure exactly how many BTUs has it. So
I'm gonna actually zoom in there with my flash.
It's upside down, so I'm not gonna be able to read it, but I'm pretty sure you guys will. So it looks like it's 12 BTU, if I'm not mistaken. It is in Russian, which is kind of cool. So I guess if you guys are trying to get this, maybe there's some numbers there or model numbers, something that you want. But anyways, that is that.
Guys, here's some of the connections. And you can see that this one is going to the battery. So whatever your battery is, you can actually connect. I wonder how long the battery cable is, guys. It is from the back of the van all the way to the front of the van. So you might need to cut it down, maybe just roll it down, make it, I don't know, shorter by putting it on the roll or something.
I think the cable is about 180, 200 inches, which is pretty long. It's about the size of the van long. And if you want to make it shorter, you just cut it another with those electric connections. But if not, just roll it up and seal it with some zip ties. And
I would just roll it up, guys. I mean, how bad could it be? It's not going to take up that much space, you know, to avoid any electrical, I guess, like connections from, I guess, rattling apart or something, you know, you just never know. Or like the way they get like corroded and stuff, if water gets on them.
That has an insulation on it, so it should not get corroded at all. So it's pretty safe setup. Thank you guys for watching us, and you'll have a good day.
Yeah, thanks guys. So let's go check out my
to show you what it actually looks like at the bottom here.
So there's the actual fuel tank.
So it's connected towards the driver's side.
I can't really see what I'm recording, but you think I'm aiming it right?
Let me help you up on this.
Okay, here.
This is what is set up on the... Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, this is what is set up. The black line, I dig 2 holes. As you see, guys, I drill it 2 holes. And that the black line is the air line, and you'll see it has a little insulation on it, and that's where the air comes inside. There's a fresh air, and this line, the one I'm pointing around right now, the metal line, is the exhaust line for all the heater, and that's the exhaust part of it. But this is, again, this is a gasoline van. This is not a diesel van. So remember, make sure you connect it correctly, diesel with diesel and gas with gas. Thanks for watching us. You'll have
Benny's van right there, and I have a sliding door over here that opens up. So I'm just gonna really quickly show you guys. Very typical setup. I got a mattress with a fold-down bed, and I got my sleeping bag, no heating source. There's my, basically, you know, the rear wire load, and I could fold this bed over here. I use this rubber strap actually to make it work. So I'm gonna have Benny record me as I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put this thing away. Guys, all I do is I take my mattress, I lift it off. This is a Tempur-Pedic mattress that's perfect size for the van. I'm
move to the side. I remove my rubber strap over. I fold the bed, come around, hook it up, and that's it. I could use the entire space of my Sprinter. And I usually don't have like anything back here. This is just my mattress and stuff. I put it to the front seat, and that's it. And when I want to go to sleep, all I gotta do is fold it down like this with my mattress, put a sleeping bag on top, and that's it. It is it's pretty easy process to do. That takes a couple seconds. So that's 2x4s barely comes to the end, but if I would have cut it any longer, this would not be able to fold up. And it's really going to be important for you to build some kind of toolbox. And that's kind of like how I have it, basically toolboxes. I used to have it to where I reach from the top, and now I've reached in from the sides, and that actually works for me really good. I don't have to flip anything over. I just basically reach in there. I got the loops inside, and I'm able to put away any kind of tools or whatever. And I keep my spare inside, not because I'm smart and it's a good idea for the winter, but it's because my system for getting the tire down, this is a New York vehicle that's completely broken. The 2 bolts that you have to twist, it's just twisted all, it doesn't work. So I put it inside here, and it doesn't hurt anything. And I have insulation, as you can see, as well. I didn't do this insulation, I bought it completely insulated. And what I do is I put a little curtain, and this is actually not a curtain, this is actually my sheet. But I use magnets. This is neodymium magnets. Basically stick it to the wall, and that's it. And I keep something for the paperwork and stuff. I just drilled it and installed it there. Very simple setup.